Hello, welcome to Lemon Studios, where we talk anything and everything entertainment. I'm, of course, the Lemon himself, Zeke Lemon, and this is my review for The Last of Us Episode 4. But before we get into that, let's get some housekeeping out of the way. I'm going to need you to subscribe as I am trying to grow to my YouTube career. Also, leave a like, ring the bell, and comment below and let me know your thoughts of The Last of Us Episode 4. I would greatly appreciate that. We can have a nice little conversation. Now, with all that out of the way, let's get into Episode 4. We kick off with Ellie. She is playing with the gun, going pew pew, and looking at the bullets. She's like, "Ah, yes, I got a gun." And she's still trying to keep it hidden from Joel because Joel is trying to get some gas for the car. And this is basically the heartbeat of the whole entire episode, is building this relationship between Joel and Ellie, because Ellie starts doing the puns to Joel, and Joel, you can tell he's into it, but he's trying to keep up. He just doesn't. He's keeping them walls up. And he won't entertain it, but you can tell he's really he enjoys it. He thinks they're pretty funny. Same thing with later on at the camp. Ellie doesn't see it, but we do see it, and that's where we get the confirmation. He does like the puns when she does the one pun when they're camping. Quick note: I don't know why they were sleeping outside when they had a whole car, and they could just sleep in there, and then just they could. It'd be a quicker. I didn't really get that part, but hey, that's just me. But then they get to Kansas City. And I remember this level in the game. I remember being a quick episode, so they obviously did some expansion on it. And I think they merged one level with another level that comes out way later, because you do meet Sam and Henry in this episode as well. At the very, very end, you see them. But they are mentioned throughout the whole entire episode. And I'm curious to see what they're going to do, because I'm getting fuzzy on my memory on Sam and Henry. I do remember how their story ends, and if you cried during episode 3, please buy some Kleenex for if they do the same fate with Sam and Henry in the game. Yeah, get those box of tissues ready, because it's gonna be something for you. And I don't remember them showing up this early. Like, I remember it being later in the game, so it's interesting how they're doing that, because I remember the whole help me, and Ellie's like, well, we gotta help him. Joel's like, no, we don't. And then chaos presumes there. Also within this scene as well is that you see how much it affects Ellie to actually shoot someone. And when I first saw it, I read it as, oh, this is her first shot on a human, because you see in previous week she kills a stalker, and it's satisfying to her. It almost fulfills her about how much she enjoys it. And then she shoots the person, and it's so oh no, it's real now. That's a person. That's a whole other thing. It's one thing to hit an infected, but it's completely different to actually hit some person. And then it turns out, no, that's not her first kill. And I saw in the after episode, oh, no, she enjoys it just as much as Joel does. And I was like, I didn't read it as much as that, but they're the creators. Who am I to challenge them on that? I'm just letting y'all know how I read it. So I'm really curious to see if that ever comes back, because in the end, when they're sleeping, and he goes, hey, what did you mean by that wasn't your first shot? And she was like, I don't want to talk about it. So before I get to that, to some later stuff that happens in the game. But yeah. Overall, I really liked the episode. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good episode. They just took a lot of liberties, because with the villains that we're facing right now and that we're going to continue to face, completely added on to. And again, I think they're added on to another level way later on in the game, because again, I don't remember Sam and Henry showing up this early in the game. And even the creator said, yes, these are brand new characters with the main villain. And I really love how they did the girl villain. I do not remember the character's name, but I do remember the actress. She used to play Rose on 2.5 Men. One of the very few good things before, it all went to crap on that show. So I was really happy to see that actress getting some work of the scene with the doctor, and you don't think I'll do it, and how this was a group that took over a QZ, which is really interesting, and showing she cares about her people. It's her people above anyone else. And whatever Sam and Henry did, man, it's about to go down. It's because she wants blood for them, and she's talking to his doctor, goes, I know you know where they're at. Where are they? No, I'm not going to tell you, and I don't think you're going to kill me because I'm your doctor. And then she goes out, she sees their bodies dead. She goes, can we save them even if I have a doctor? And he goes, no, I'm sorry, it's just not going to work. And then she just goes in and kills him because that was the one doctor's lifeline. I was like, wow, that's an introduction to a villain. That is an introduction to a villain. So I'm really curious to see how this all concludes. I'm also really glad that we get the episode early. It's going to come out Friday. Don't need to sweat over about the Super Bowl and then this one coming out late like this one as well. So, you know, I'm probably not going to get many views on this episode. But, man, I'm really enjoying this show. Again, this is probably not my favorite episode. Episode 1 is still top tier to me. But, I mean, all of these episodes are absolutely great. This is a great start to television. I am really worried about all the other shows that are coming after it. I mean, I got Succession coming out after this one. There's also Mandalorian. And I'm just like, there's no... Like, are we about to start off with a high? Like, the highest high, and everything's just downhill from here? Because it is great. I'm loving the character building between Joel and Ellie. With their constant back and forth. I even like the mentoring of how to hold the gun properly as they're hiding from the group, and it's just so great. It's just so great. I'm rambling on at this point. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Again, leave a like if you do enjoy this review. Comment below and let me know what your thoughts are on episode 4. What are your theories on how things are going to go, and just let me know, because I'm all about talking about this episode, and I don't really have a lot of people to talk about this with. So, again, if you could leave a comment, that would be great. And also leave a subscribe, because I will be talking about episode 5 as well. And that'll be it for me, guys, and I'll see you next time at Lemon Studios.